Welcome back. Today we're looking at some exam traps in OCR reference language, starting with string manipulation, specifically pulling a substring out of a larger piece of text. Because you code in Python during your lessons, your brain is wired to use Python logic, but the exam board uses a complete different method to extract text. To show you the danger, we're going to use the exact same numbers in both languages. Let's see how the Python editor does it first. So let's have a look at this code. As you can see, the word is algorithm, and we're going to use square brackets to slice some substring from it. So the first number is what index do we start from? So if we start is 0 index, so 0, 1, 2. Yeah, so it starts with G, and then the fourth number, the second number after the colon, is what the index we're going to finish at. So Python stops just before index 4. It only extracts the letters at index 2 and 3. So let's have a go, and then we print out this word. So we've got 0, 1, 2, start at index 2 and finish just before hitting index 4. So it would be 2 and 3, and it will stop before it hits 4. So it prints out the word go. This is exactly what should happen with Python. But if we switch to OCR reference language, and the coding is slightly different, instead of square brackets, we use a function called substring. So word is algorithm again. Just going to increase the size and resize it. And short word equals word dot substring. This time, a normal bracket, comma instead of a colon, and we start from index 2. Right? So first number is still our starting position, which is index 2. And instead of finishing just before index 4, the second number means how many characters to print out. So and then let's print it. Let's see the difference. Let's press run. Now it prints out the four letters after index 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is the output. Very confusing if you didn't know that for your exam. If you had to do a trace table using a substring, or ask you to identify something in a substring, you need to know the difference between Python, the way Python does it, which is using square brackets and a colon, starting index and finishing index, whereas OCR reference language uses the word substring, and it has normal brackets instead of square brackets and a comma instead of a colon, and it has a complete different output because the 4 this time doesn't mean to finish before index 4. It means how many characters to output. That's substrings done. Okay, the second trap is dealing with two numbers, maths numbers. These operators are heavily tested in paper 2 when you need to calculate remainders or check if a number is odd or even. Let's start with Python. Okay, I'm going to paste it in for efficiency. Let's have a look. So we've got full times equals 10 / equals / 3. In Python, we use the 2 forward slashes for integer division. What that does, it ignores decimals and gives us the whole number results. It tells us that 3 goes into 10 3 times fully. Then we use the percentage symbol down here to work out the remainder, which is 1. So 10 going into 3 going into 10 fully goes 3 times, and then 10, how many 3's go into it and what's the remainder is 1. So 10 divided by 3 is 3, no remainder, and 10 mod 3, or with the percentage symbol, gives us the number of the remainder of the division. So that is 1. And then slightly different OCR reference language. So here, very similar, but this time instead of doing // we just do write the word div for integer division. And instead of writing %, we write the word mod. Quite clear, quite simple, and it does the same exact thing. 10 divided by 3 is 3 with a remainder of 1. Yeah, so mod gives us the remainder, div gives us the full amount data that we need. So same thing as Python, we just need to switch around the symbols. Instead of // we write div. Instead of percentage we just write mod, because it's a mod and this is div. And that's them two traps done. Our final trap deals with subprograms. In computer science theory, there are two types of subprogram: a function which returns a value back to the main program, and a procedure which just executes code but returns nothing, which I've done a previous video on. Python is quite lazy and treats both of them exactly the same. Let's look at the Python editor. Let's look at this code. Increase the font size a bit. So a procedure here says hello, prints out hello, whereas a function, it returns a value. Both you just write def, perfectly fine. In Python, we use the same exact keyword def, and computer only knows that second one is a function because we return a value. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. However, OCR reference language is incredibly strict about the difference. Let's switch to OCR reference language and see how it's different. Okay, so let's look at how it's different in OCR reference language. For a procedure in OCR reference language, you, instead of using def, you write procedure. Nothing's been returned, so we know it's a procedure. You must explicitly state whether you are building a procedure or a function in OCR reference language. Furthermore, you must close them at the bottom using the end procedure and end function. And everything else stays the same. Return, you gotta write return. The biggest trap here is the gap fill questions. If the examiner gives you a subprogram with missing words, you need to see the word return at the bottom, and then at the top you must write function, because you know there's something return, you need to write function. And if you write def or procedure at the top, when you see a return, you will drop a mark, you will lose marks for that. Okay, so that's the main difference when writing functions and procedures in Python versus OCR reference language. Pretty simple. Just try to remember, if you see a return, you got to write function at the top. If there's no return, it starts with procedure, and there's no def for OCR reference language.